Hello student, in this video I am going to start the explanation of the structure of a cell. Okay, although there is a great diversity in the structure of different cells, yet the basic structure plan is similar in all the cells. Okay, so basically the structure of cell consists of three parts. First one is plasma membrane, which is also known as cell membrane. Second one is cytoplasm, and last one is nucleus. Okay, the first one is plasma membrane. Okay student, so here I have two different kind of cells. Like a rectangular cell is a plant cell, okay, whereas an animal cell could be oval or circular. Okay, so this one is animal cell. All right, so first one is plant cell and this one is the animal cell, and this is the outermost membrane. This is known as plasma membrane. Okay, so plasma membrane, it is chemically it is made up of bilayer of lipids and proteins. Student, lipid is fat. Okay, so plasma membrane, these membranes, they are made up of protein as well as with fat, and they are selectively permeable. Selectively permeable means they allow certain substance to pass through them, okay, while they restrict the harmful substance. Okay, so the selectively permeable membrane only allows the useful substances to diffuse in and harmful substances to diffuse out. In this way, it regulates the flow of material into and out of the cell. Okay, what is the function of this plasma membrane? They provide and maintains the shape of a cell. Obviously, if they are the outermost membrane, then obviously they helps in to maintain the shape of the cell. They provide mechanical support for the protection of internal structure, means those structure which are present here, they provide protection to them. Okay, they allows only useful substances to enter into the cell, doesn't allow harmful substance to enter into the cell. They provide specificity to the cells. Okay, means this outermost covering specify a particular cell. Okay, now next to this selectively permeable cell, next one is cell wall. Okay, in case of plant cell, outer to the plasma membrane is present a non-living rigid cell wall made up of cellulose. Okay, so this is cell wall and only present in plant cells. Okay, then the cell wall is freely permeable, allowing substances in solution to enter or leave the cell, means they do not restrict any of the substance. Okay, so ultimately the function of cell wall is they provide and maintain the shape of a cell. It provides rigidity as well as elasticity of the plant cells. Plants are able to bear stress and strains because of cell wall. Okay, then you must know, student, that fibers of cotton, jute and coconut, which are of great economic value, are the cell walls of dead cells. Okay, now next to this is cytoplasm. So student, this is cytoplasm. Okay, actually this one is protoplasm. Okay, and here a nucleus is present. Here must be a nucleus. So this whole thing outside the nuclear membrane and inside the cell membrane is cytoplasm. The part of protoplasm inside the cell membrane and outside the nuclear membrane is cytoplasm. The part of protoplasm inside the plasma membrane and outside the nuclear membrane is known as cytoplasm. Okay, so basically bulk of cell is made up of dense viscous colloidal mass called cytoplasm, present between the plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. Okay, the cytoplasm is colloidal solution of organic compounds such as carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins. Okay, and it is the physical basis of all metabolic activities because the cytoplasm contain various cell organelles. Okay, now next one is cytoplasmic inclusion. In the cell cytoplasm, there are present numerous living and non-living structure. The living structure are known as cell organelle, whereas non-living structure are known as ergastic bodies. Okay, So now we are moving towards the cell organelles. So student, we must know the basic of cell organelle. They are the little organs, okay. These are the living cytoplasmic inclusions which are capable of growth and division, and they perform specific functions, okay. So student, first cell organelle is endoplasmic reticulum, okay. So this endoplasmic reticulum, it is an interconnected network of membrane lined channels, okay. They could be rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, they contain ribosomes on their surface, okay. These small circular structure are the ribosomes, whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they do not contain ribosomes, okay. What is the function of these endoplasmic reticulum? They form cytoskeleton, okay. They provide intracellular transporting system, they provide surface for the cell secretion and storage, they keeps various cell organelle at their places. So how they are arranged in the cell? In a particular cell, it could be rough endoplasmic reticulum or smooth endoplasmic reticulum, okay. Now next cell organelle is ribosome. So student, ribosomes are the smallest cell organelle, okay. These are small granule structure without any membrane, visible only under the electron microscope, okay. They are usually found attached to the outer surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, okay. Then they are the only organelle which are present in all type of cell. Groups of ribosome are called polysomes, okay. What is the function of ribosome? They help in the protein synthesis and are known as protein factories, okay. They are known as protein factories. Now next is mitochondria, okay. So the inner membrane of mitochondria is produced into several finger-like projections, okay. They contain several finger-like projections, and these finger-like projections are known as cristae, okay. They are known as cristae. The inner membrane is studded with the tennis racket like structure which are known as oxysomes, okay, which are known as oxysomes. And then student, the space bounded by the inner membrane is called inner membrane, okay. What is the function of this ribosome? They are known as powerhouse of a cell because they helps in the formation of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, okay. Why only mitochondria produce ATP? Because they only contain respiratory enzymes, and respiratory enzymes helps in the process of respiration, which ultimately helps to form ATP, and that is why these mitochondria are known as powerhouse of a cell. So like this they are arranged in a cell, okay. Now next to this is Golgi complex. So student, next thing is Golgi complex. It is also called as Golgi apparatus or Golgi body. It is a pile of flattened, you can easily see that they are it is a pile of flattened sacs, okay. They are known as cisternae along with small vesicles or tubules, okay. And in case of plant they are called dictyosomes, okay. What is the function of these Golgi complex? They helps in the secretion, they helps in the formation of acrosome, vitellogenesis. Vitellogenesis means process of formation of yolk. You should know what is vitellogenesis, okay. Now next is formation of lysosome. They also helps in the formation of lysosome. In case of animal cell they are known as Golgi complex, whereas in case of plant cell they are known as dictyosome. So how they are arranged? They are arranged like this, okay. And in case of plant they are small and known as dictyosomes. All right. Now next thing is Microbodies, they are a small spherical or rounded body bounded by single unit membrane. Each type of microbody is associated with some specific enzyme. The most abundant and important microbody is lysosomes. Okay, they are small vesicles scattered in cytoplasm and they are known as suicide bag of a cell. Lysosomes are known as suicide bag of a cell because they contain enzymes which are known as hydrolases, and these enzymes they can digest foreign bodies. Okay, but if the enzyme are released into the cytoplasm because of the rupturing of their limiting membrane, these enzymes can digest all the component of the cells, means they can digest the component of their own cell at a time of emergency, and that is why they are known as suicide bag of a cell. Okay, now next one is centrosome. So basically student, centrosome, they are only present in animal cell. Okay, they are only present in animal cell, whereas they are absent in plant cell. Okay, and it is differentiated into clear homogeneous mass of cytoplasm called centrosphere and one or more of microtubules, centrioles. Okay, then what is the function of this centrosome? In case of animal cell, the cell division, the process of cell division start from there only. Okay, so student, this is only present in animal cell near the nucleus. Okay, now next is plastids. Okay, now next is plastids. So plastids, okay, they are only present in plant cell and absent in animal cell, and just because of these plastid, plant appear green in color. Okay, I know you know one of the plastid, that is chloroplast, and chloroplast, due to presence of chloroplast, these plastid appear green, plant appear green in color. Okay, so student, this is chloroplast. Okay, this is the structure of chloroplast. Okay, basically, and it contain a ground substance. That ground substance is known as stroma, and coin-like cell structure, this cone-like single cell structure is known as thylakoid, and the piles of thylakoid is known as granum. So you should know these three structure, important structure of chloroplast. First one is stroma, ground substance. Then flat sac-like structure of a cell is known as thylakoid. Then pile of these thylakoid is known as granum. Okay, and they are only present in plant cell. Okay, they are only present in plant cell. Now next to this is ergastic bodies. Ergastic bodies means non-living cytoplasmic inclusions. So this ergastic body is vacuole. Okay, vacuole, they are fluid filled. Okay, they are fluid filled structure. Okay, the fluid which is present inside the vacuole is known as cell sap, and this membrane is known as tonoplast. This membrane is known as tonoplast, and the cells and the sap like structure which is filled inside the vacuole is known as cell sap, and they are larger in case of animal cell. Okay, in case of plant cell, they are big in shape, whereas in case of animal, they are very small structures. Okay, they are very small structure. Now next to moving towards the nucleus. So basically student, in case of plant and animal cell, nucleus are present. Okay, but there are basic difference between the nucleus in animal and plant cell, that due to presence of vacuole, the nucleus in plant cell is at the periphery, means it is pushed into a corner, whereas in case of animal, it is centered structure. Okay, so in case of animal cell, this nucleus is present at the center, whereas in case of plant cell, it is present at a corner. Okay, now this structure contains some thread-like structure. These thread-like structure are known as chromatin reticulum. At a time of cell division, they develops into the chromosomes. Okay, whereas It also contain a small ball-like structure. This small ball-like structure is known as nucleolus. Okay, this small ball-like structure is known as nucleolus. Okay, and student, these chromatin reticulum, okay, they contain our hereditary units, genes. Hereditary means the thing which transfer from parent to their next generation. Okay, so these things are known as genes, and genes are made up of DNA. Okay, so you should know, student, that the human chromosome contain 46, sorry, human nucleus contain 46 chromosome. Okay, now what is the function of nucleus? Nucleus control all the structure and function of the cell directly or indirectly. It helps in the transmission of character from parent to the offspring, and they regulate the cell cycle. Cell cycle means cell division. Okay, I hope everything is very clear up to here. See you next class. Take care.